Hi there, welcome to the Barbara Young channel and welcome to my Friday Sews. Well, this week I've been working on a skirt. I suppose I was going to say it took me a bit longer than I expected, but that's only because I forgot a few things. But anyway, let's get into that. Now, the item that I've actually made this week is the Simplicity 8133, which is that one. And I've made it many times before, only this time I decided I wanted it to be a little bit longer. I'm actually wearing a version of it at the moment, which is this one with the William Morris print fabric. But I wanted it to be a bit longer because this one sits above the knee and it really is a lovely skirt. I love wearing these skirts, these wraps that, and they sit above the knee. But I thought, yeah, I'll have a go making one that's just a little bit longer, that's below the knee. So what I've made is this one. There we go. A bit swishy, isn't it? With this purple sort of velvet fabric, which is really nice, really lovely. This is a bit of a mare to work with, but it's not stretch, it's a non-stretch velvet. I get the feeling it might have been curtain fabric, maybe. I'm not sure because it's a certain heavier weight than I'd expect, and being a non-stretch, okay, that's what you get from curtain fabric. And the lining as well, I've got the lining in there. It's nice sort of purpley, sort of red colour lining in there, so that's really nice. Now, last Saturday I went to my sewing social, and when I got there I was like, okay, my intention is to do the work and extend that pattern. It's quite simple. I mean, the pattern comes in several lengths anyway, so it was quite easy just to make it a bit longer to what I wanted it to be. Anyway, I got there and then realised, well, I've forgotten the fabric. I hadn't brought the fabric with me that I was going to use. It's like, for goodness sake, what am I going to do? So, well, I'll carry on and see what I can do anyway. And then I realised I hadn't taken any thread with me and I'd forgotten some of my tools and stuff. So I was like, oh my goodness, I've forgotten half the stuff I was meant to be taking. So what I decided to do is have a look on the swaps table. And on the swaps table was this purple fabric and the lining material. So I was like, okay, let's just go with it. I did borrow a bit of thread from another one of the people at the Sewing Social. So, thank you very much for the purple. I've still got some. I will return what's left. So that was, I suppose, interesting, and I managed to start getting on with it. So quite happy to move on and just plod along with that particular project. My Sewing Social, which was, it was enjoyable. I do like going to my Sewing Social. It's always nice to go there. So yeah, anyway, I then brought the project home and finished it at home. So now I've got this lovely purple wrap skirt. So I think what I'll do is I will put it on, but I will show you the sort of difference between this, which is the length that I normally do, which I really like, and then put that on and show you how that one looks. So this is the current skirt, I should say. I don't know how I put it. This is the skirt I'm wearing, which is the current length, the length that I have been making it to. As you can see, it sort of comes to there. There's my knee. So yeah, I suppose you'd say it's a sort of quite a shortish skirt, but it's long enough. It's what I like, lined, as I always line these ones now, with inseam pockets. So that's its current length that I currently make it to, and that I've been making all of them to that length. So yeah, and I think that works really well. So I really like that. So what I'll do is I'll put the purple one on and you can see the difference then. And this is the longer purple version. And as you can see, it is definitely longer. That's my knee there. So it's definitely comes past the knee now. Yeah, and it does make it sit. It sort of hangs a little differently. I know it's probably partly the material that I've used, but it does hang a little different to the one I was just wearing, the William Morris skirt. Still got inseam pockets, and it's still lined. everything that I normally make and do on this skirt, I've done exactly the same, just it is longer. And yeah, I do like that extra bit of length, you know. Hopefully that makes the skirt just a little bit warmer to wear. I don't know. It's certainly got a little bit, like I say, a little bit more different movement. It hangs a little differently because of that extra bit of weight and length to it. But I'm still quite happy with that. Yeah, and that's fine with me. I quite like the way that now sits, you know, just so yeah, I think that works fine. So I was worried that as a longer skirt it wouldn't sit right and it wouldn't necessarily suit me, but actually I am happy with this. I'm happy with the way it's turned out, despite having to go to the swaps table to get the fabric in the first place. But yeah, that's brilliant. I do like it, and it's come out very, very nice. So I think that's another skirt that I've got that to add to my collection of wrap skirts. My favourite wrap skirt. I think it's the only wrap skirt I've got, but it is a favourite skirt of mine because it's just so versatile. Just love making it and wearing this. So yeah, there we go. And it feels nice, you know, this lovely sort of velvet on there. And I did manage to get it all the right way, the right pieces. So the nap is that way and it's the same on the back. So yeah, so I've got the nap correct on all the panels, which is great. So it looks fine. Yeah, all in all, that's come out as a very nice make. So that's all the sewing and makes for me this week. That's all that I've been doing sewing wise. In other news, this weekend, which is tomorrow on Saturday, I'm actually going to the Plymouth Frocktails, which is why I made that outfit with this swishy the swishy skirt and the blue top. So that's what I'll be wearing there. I will take photographs and get pictures hopefully and get all that and be able to bring you, hopefully as long as I get some enough pictures and details, I'll be able to bring you a bit of a sort of review of Plymouth Frocktails afterwards. But yeah, that's tomorrow evening, so I'll be going off to that in my fancy outfit. So yeah, looking forward to that. So I'm always a little apprehensive when I go to things. Not that I go to things like that very often, but when I do, it's like, you know, I'm a bit apprehensive about going and meeting people. And even though I did actually go last year, I know that probably quite a number of people who went last year were going this year, but there might also be other people that I haven't met before that will be there. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting evening, hopefully. I'm looking forward to doing that. Like I say, and I'll give you a roundup and update on that afterwards. Other than that, that is it for me this week. I say not made anything else, just got this this purple wrap skirt done, which I very much like. Don't know what I'll be doing next week, haven't decided. I just have to see what I make really and what I can bring for you and to show you. So that's it from me this week. I'd just like to say thank you to Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room for creating the hashtag fridaysews, so we can all share our week with you. And other than that, that's it really. So if you like this video, please do give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you'd like and click that little bell icon. That way you'll get notification when my videos come out. And if you'd like to comment, please do. I do love reading your comments and it's always great to hear what you're doing and what you've been up to. So I think it's just left for me to say thank you very much for watching my video. I look forward to seeing my next video. Bye.
Bye.